The event picks up right where it left off last issue. Wolverine and his team have finally tracked down the Hellfire Academy, and now all of Kade's plans are falling apart. But he won't let the Jean Grey students escape so easily. As Ivy and Quentin celebrate their impending freedom, the Philistine uses the power of the siege to trap them again. With Quentin, Ivy, Paige, and Toad at his mercy, Kade begins the classic villain speech only to be interrupted by the person he least expected, Wilhelmina. After obtaining her revenge for Kade's slights, the Philistine and the new White Queen leave. The barrier lowers and the academy resumes its crumbling. When they think all hope is lost, Vamps come to the rescue, and in more ways than one. Elsewhere, Broo inadvertently bites a vamp and regains his sanity, after hearing the words from a mysterious cloaked figure. The Hellfire Academy arc closes with the Jean Grey school the happiest it's been in a while. But we get a glimpse of what's next in store for the school. The issue closes with the same cloaked figure, hoping his friends have not forgotten about him.
So that mysterious figure, pretty clearly it's Nightcrawler.
It does look like it's Nightcrawler. Last time we saw him alive was when he teleported Hope all the way to Utopia, but died doing it from Bastion. And we saw him dead in a arc written by Jason Aaron for Wolverine, where Wolverine's in hell.
And Jason Aaron is also coming out with a new series soon called Amazing X-Men, which is going to be featuring Nightcrawler. So this is the way for him to come back. One thing that's pretty interesting in this issue that he does do, though, is he somehow brings Broo back from his, feral state.
I don't know how he did that. I guess that's what's going to be explained maybe in Battle of the Atom or eventually in Amazing X-Men. But that's really a mystery to me. It doesn't make sense.
It was still pretty cool. Looking at this issue in general, though, the Hellfire Academy, it's done.
It's done.
It's over. Kade kind of got screwed over.
He did. He got betrayed right at the end by Wilhelma. He stabs him and basically says, you can't have another queen.
And that wasn't even the first Hellfire member to betray him. The other two members were trying to shoot him. Of course, that failed because you can't kill a guy with his own guns.
I know. I do like how those two members are now part of the Wolverine and the X-Men school. It's like they just bring in everyone that they fight,
But Kade and Wilhelma, they get stuck in the mirror now. And I'm kind of wondering if they'll be transformed in there, maybe gain some superpowers. And
that would be cool. Maybe add a little bit more of an edge. Because as the Wolverine students in this issue evolve, they grow as characters. Maybe Kade and Wilhelma need to grow to become adequate villains to fight these people.
Speaking of character growth, though, Quentin probably grows the most. There's a line at the end where he talks about, it feels actually pretty good to be a hero. And he gets the girl.
He does get the girl. What do you think of the relationship between Quentin and Ivy?
I think it's pretty good. The only thing I dislike about it, it shuts the door on a young Jean Grey Quire relationship.
What about the Broo-Ivy relationship?
Broo-Ivy? Well, there's going to be some weird love triangles going on. Although a Jean Grey Quentin love triangle would have included Scott Summers, which would have been kind of hilarious as well.
There's just too much teen romance going on right now.
Actually, if you read Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter Quill's after Jean now too, apparently. So
in some alternate timeline, who knows?
Edie, though, she's actually finally stopped being depressed. She was just so sad after Schism, basically.
It's a definite change in her demeanor, but it makes me question, how long is this gonna last?
Things for now do look pretty bright for the Wolverine school. Wolverine finally embraces his role as headmaster, and the other teachers are obviously happy that Wolverine is happy as well. And like I said, things just are looking good. Smooth sailing ahead. Broo's back. Bring back Kid Gladiator. That's the only thing that can make this better.
Be a happy reunion at the end, and everyone's gonna be cheering. And then all of a sudden, a Sentinel's gonna drop down, and everyone's dead.
Maybe that's what'll happen in Battle of the Atom. I mean, there was definitely some potential setup to that. At the end, we saw Mystique scooping up these kids to make them into her new Hellions. And Nightcrawler coming back could be major fallout of Battle of the Atom. These kids who have finally seemed to grow up and become X-Men in their own right could be, a major force in this event, independent even of Wolverine.
That's very true. Though what I want to know is, how is Husk and Toad's relationship going to develop in this?
It couldn't get much weirder.
No, it could not.
As a grade, though, for Wolverine and the X-Men number 35, what would you give it?
I'm going to give this issue a 4 out of 5. It had a lot of impactful moments from many favorite characters. Thank God this series has character development. Not many series can say that.
That sounds like a cheap shot at Brad Bendis. For me, though, as a grade, I'm going to give this a 4.5. There were so many incredible moments in this issue. Quentin and Edie finally happening, all the assassination attempts on Kade, and the Wilhelmina betrayal was just awesome.
Thanks for watching B3 Comics' review of Wolverine the X-Men number 35. Before we go, we have a question for you.
We're moving into the Battle of the Atom events. Going in, which of the 4 storylines are you most interested in?
If you want more insight into each series, we've reviewed each lead-in issue to the Battle of the Atom event, and we're producing a comprehensive preview for the Battle of the Atom event coming out soon.
Thanks!